Hello. Today let's talk about the preparatory gesture or prep breaths. All right, so first of all, when we take a prep breath, obviously we are the operative word there is preparation. We're preparing to give a cue or to bring the ensemble in. And the arms, the hands alone are not enough to bring them in. So for instance, if we're just gonna have them play a note, just to do this really isn't enough. They're watching, whether they realize it or not, for a human physical response. They're also listening for that breath, but they want to see it here as well. And you know what they say, you get back what you give. So if we're going to bring them in 4/4 time, just a downbeat, then we need to give something like this. Boom. All right? And so there has to be this breath, but also the hands. But the hands alone just doesn't quite do it. The truth is, the one thing conductors control, the only thing they control, is the breath. I've worked with choirs before that they don't take a preparatory breath, and I go like this, and I don't hear them breathe, and so I remind them, gotta take a breath, because the air is the fuel of most of our voices and instruments. Not all, but most. Even string players need that breath. So first of all, rule number one, we gotta have. The second thing is that here I am up on my stand too much. The direction of the prep will be in the opposite direction of the next beat. So for example, if we're gonna prep on 1, in any meter really, then the prep is going to be up with the breath, and then beat 1 comes down, right? So it's going to be in 4/4, I'm going to prep for beat 1. Boom. What if I was going to prep for beat 2? Then my downbeat, my beat 1 is actually where the prep goes. And then my cue, I'm going to call it a cue in this case, the downbeat's going to go left, my left. So it'll be like this. Boom, right? Boom. What if I'm cueing beat 3? Then it's going to be boom, boom. But the point is, and I'm just doing this out of habit, don't worry about the left hand. What if they're coming in on beat 4? Then I'm going to prep on beat 3, so it's going to be play. Right? And so these have to be practiced. These have to become second nature so that a conductor never has to think about what the prep is or what direction do I go. And for that matter, the patterns have got to become second nature. We just can't be losing patterns, certainly not in front of an ensemble ever. So, but the gesture or the prep will go in the opposite direction of the upcoming cue. All right? And the prep also is not just some kind of dead sort of in stasis beat. It conveys information. And again, we've not talked about articulation yet, but if it's legato, then it needs to be legato. So here's 4/4 time, prep in 1. 1. What if it's really big? 1, right? What if it's staccato? 1, right? I'm showing that staccato on the prep. 1. All right? So what if it's a faster tempo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Staccato and fast. But regardless of what the music is like, the prep has to show the musicians articulation, dynamics, character, and tempo. Because think about it, most cues or most musical events that you're prepping for, the music's already gone, right? It particularly is important when there's a new tempo, you're changing tempos, or there's a subito forte or something. So, but this just has to be practiced over and over and over. And we don't want to do that in front of our ensembles. They need clear communication the first time. Okay? So I just encourage you to pick different meters There's no reason to do 5-4 or something. But practice 3-4. I'm going to cue 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. And you can just practice the measures over and over and over and just get used to what that feels like, because prepping beat 3 and 3-4 feels a lot different than prepping beat 3 and 4-4. Or what about a 6-8 and you're prepping 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, right? So practice different meters, different articulations. If your teacher says it's okay to, I know we haven't talked about articulation yet, but just practice different kinds and styles and characters of music, and get used to this idea, so that when you're handed a piece of music or your midterm or whatever it is, you're ready to go. Thank you.